Record. Stream.
Oh.
Okay.
Oh, yeah.
I'm just doing a refresh to see if it's showing up on the page.
Yeah. Yeah. Yep, I see it.
Good. Okay. Then I'm going to go ahead and share it. And then you're going to go ahead and share it. And then we're just watching Amazon.
Yeah. All right. Very good.
Cool. Let her rip. I hear feverish typing right now going on your end.
I just kind of lost your audio.
Is it back?
It's back.
Yeah, I got to make sure I look right into, or I speak right into this mic.
Well, that's kind of weird.
What's that?
That you have to speak into a mic. You know, that's so unusual.
Yeah.
That you need to speak into a mic to be heard.
Anyway, see, I have a professional Electro Voice EV20 mic, and you got to make sure you use it properly. It's not just one of those ragtag mics that most people use. So
it doesn't make you sound smarter.
Anyway, all right. So we are live. Do you want to kick things off, Mr. Oh God, what's the look? What's with the look on your?
I'm happy. It's working.
It is working. You know what? You have a point there. It's how long has it taken me to actually get this thing to work?
I mean, literally. Okay, so let's just first tell everybody who we are, what we're doing. Okay.
You go first.
All right. Cool. My name is John. This is Brent. Can I point at Brent like that? Oh, I did it. Right. He's over there. And we are watching Amazon. That's what we're actually doing right this minute. We're watching Amazon, but not this minute. Every day we're watching Amazon, watching the moves it makes, the massive thing that is starting to take over every aspect of everything. It's kind of weird, but I just really want to introduce you to Brent. So Brent, tell him who you are.
Yeah, my name is Brent Leary. I'm an Aries. I like taking long walks.
Oh my gosh.
I'm a CRM guy. I've been watching CRM, customer relationship management, forever at this point. As you can see, probably the gray in the beard. I've been watching it for a long time. So that's who I be.
That's right.
Yes.
I think we both have, man. We both have.
Well, we definitely both have gray in our beards. So.
Yeah, I know, man. We're looking all scruffy. That's because we're kind of in between trips also. I mean, you're in the city, I'm in the city, and we're actually able to do this. And like you said, I think we bought this URL probably maybe 2 years ago.
About 2 years ago. Yep.
About 2 years ago, we had this idea about doing a webcast podcast around the topic of watching Amazon, him from a CRM perspective, customer relationship perspective, me from an e-commerce perspective, and I think it's finally coming to pass. So that's what we're doing, and it's kind of in beta right now, guys. You're watching the beta episode.
You know what's funny?
What's that?
I get these Seeking Alpha alerts throughout the day of companies that I'm watching, and it's so fitting because just 2 minutes ago, I got this Amazon or Seeking Alpha alert about Amazon, and the whole alert is about how Amazon considered buying Whole Foods last fall. Could you imagine if that had taken place? What do you think? What do you think if Amazon had pulled the trigger and bought Whole Foods?
I can't even imagine. You know, that would just send a lot of people would actually poop their pants in the food industry. You talk about, because we already saw Amazon trying to get in, line with the Amazon Go store. So we kind of know that Amazon is making a serious play in groceries with Amazon Fresh and, its delivery services. We know where they're going, and for them to just leapfrog into it with a Whole Foods, oh man, that would just be nuts, nuts.
You know, it's so fun to watch these guys because every day is a new something with them. They're potentially buying somebody. They're starting a new service. They're doing something that disrupts an area of business that we didn't even think of them about until they do it. And so that's why I know we had that idea 2 years ago and we played around with it a couple of years ago, but we can't help but do this now. We've got to do this because there's so many things going on.
We got to do it. And there's so much to talk about and the strategies that they're possibly thinking about. Another thing that's kind of cool about Amazon is, you know, they work around in like a bat cave or something, man, because nobody really can tell you what is going on. So it's a lot of speculation about where they're going, what they're doing, and that makes it extremely fun for me.
You know, let's just say this is our beta show. Oh, wait a minute. And you can tell when it's beta because there you are.
I get full screen.
Full screen, and I'm the one talking. So we're going to rectify that right now. But there's so many things to talk about. And there I go. See, I just pushed it right back to the 2-shot. But anyway, so we wanted to talk about a couple of things, but we're gonna try to keep these crisp and short, packed full of information on a subject at a time. So we had talked about 3 different subjects that could be our number one show. So why don't we go ahead? I'm going to throw them out to you, Mr. Colder Ice, and we'll see if that is what we end up talking about. So we are going to say either the social influence platform that they kind of pushed out under the covers, so to speak. All right, that was one. Let me lean back so people can actually see you in the little laptop screen. There you go. So it was that. It was the NFL. You know, they got the rights to stream, I think it's Thursday night football. So if you're an Amazon Prime person, now you'll get the ability to watch and stream NFL football with your subscription. And then the third one was kind of a generic thing around, I mean, how can you not talk about what has taken place with Echo and Alexa and everything that's going on with conversational interfaces? So I'm going to go back to the 2-shot and ask Mr. Colder Ice, of the 3 things, what do you want to talk about for the next 5 to 10 minutes?
All right. Well, I mean, honestly, come on. NFL.
NFL.
Gosh.
NFL. Give us your NFL. Why do you want to talk about the NFL? Why is that such an important thing?
Okay, so if you think about it, here's what happened, guys. If you don't know some of the numbers behind it, last year it was a $10 million deal. Twitter did the $10 million deal, got the Thursday games. Amazon swoops in, gets the Thursday games this year for $50 million, right? So they paid 5 times as much and swooped it right out from under Twitter, which to me is almost like, you know, you remember that old Nintendo game where they used to do the Mike Tyson boxing and it was like body blow, body blow. I really think that was a body blow for Twitter, man. And now you've got Amazon in here, and you figure it like this, bro. Last year, about 300,000 people would watch the stream at any given time. So, right? So that's 300,000 people. Amazon, and that was with like broad, that was everybody, anybody with Twitter could get on. Well, with Amazon, you have to be a Prime member to see the game and stream the game, right? And anybody that's Prime can automatically get the game. Now, you figure it at 50 million, how many people do they need to get to sign up for Prime for it to make sense?
Well, that's the beauty of what they do. And I remember writing something, gosh, 7, 8 years ago, because I think I was on Prime the first year they offered it. I was like, I got to have it. And that was just solely based on 2 days free shipping. Okay. So I paid that money. I think it was $79 at the time, and went crazy buying stuff. Right. And I constantly upgraded it or re-upped every year. But the funny thing about what Amazon did, which was so important, is that they wanted to grow the Amazon Prime membership base because Amazon Prime members buy more stuff.
Right.
So how do you go about trying to get more people involved with Amazon Prime? You offer additional services to get more people. So you not only get more people, but you get the people that signed up to re-up. So they added video streaming, they added music, they added all sorts of things on top of the original deal. And then, they offered the Echo device, and then they made it possible for you to get discounts if you order by Echo. And now they're adding NFL football. So what does that mean? It means that they have, about 40, 50, maybe more, probably like 70, 80 million Prime users right now.
They say about 66 million subscribers.
66 million subscribers. So 66 million subscribers, which is a big number for anybody's community or membership. But the key is not only are they members, they tend to buy more stuff. They tend to buy more expensive stuff. So adding NFL is great because they add more reason for people to be buying on Amazon, right?
Absolutely. And you think about this, now I can still shop on Amazon and watch the game at the same time. I might spend even more, but also it's going to bring in possibly people that would not already be, you might be on the fence. It's like, oh, I've got this movie streaming service already, but now you're going to have live sports added into your already pretty robust. I mean, Amazon's got a very robust streaming lineup anyway, and now you add live sports to it. And I mean, you figure it like this is just the tip of the iceberg for a company like Amazon. I think they've been interested in live stream for a while now. I remember they live streamed, like a Paris fashion show and sold fashion that was going down the runway at the same time. These tests. I think they did something with Serena Williams at one time for her fashion show. So they've been playing around with these live events and how it works. So I mean, I don't think they're going in blind and let's just try this out and see if we can do better than what Twitter did. I think they've got a very good strategy, not only to bring in the people into Prime, but also how can we, sell the jersey when the team wins. Absolutely. And all that kind of stuff.
You just touched on what I was thinking about, because when they're always looking to remove friction from getting people to buy something. So what better way to remove friction from a football game if your team is playing and something really cool happens, they do some awesome play or they win the game, and guess what? During the stream, maybe you post up, get an additional 30% off if you buy 15 minutes after the game. I mean, so many things that they can do because the number one deal is they have your attention. They have our attention at that moment. And so they're able to take advantage of that attention because now they have us in watching football. Like you're saying, we're in the middle of it. We're hyped up. And if our team does something great, you pop up an offer and guess what?
I'm in.
You're in, right?
I'm in. It's like 15% off right now. Get the jersey. They just scored, and then, and then it's like, let's make it into the whole interface. It's like, ask Alexa for the jersey. Hey, Alexa, give me the jersey. And it's on your house next day. Come on.
So this is where Amazon and a Twitter really differ. Amazon is able to monetize the things they do much more easily than a company like Twitter, who's still trying to figure out how to make money. Amazon doesn't need to figure it out. They're just adding other streams and removing friction from their multiple ways they can make money off us.
Yeah. And you figure with like 300 million users on Twitter, they only got 300,000 in the stream. Just think about that. 300 million, 300,000. I think with Amazon's like 66 or so million, they could get that same 300,000, if not more, right? So I think there's also an opportunity for them to run advertising and commercials. Yeah. I mean, man, it's endless. They are able to really turn this thing into a moneymaker. But let's look at some of the negatives too. I mean, they've got to do it. I mean, it's there are some risks. I can't figure out a whole lot of them in my head because I'm excited about it, but I'm sure there are some risks.
I think Amazon fatigue is definitely something that they risk. I mean, you can only buy so much so often, and sometimes you just want to sit back and enjoy something without having ads thrown in your face, or even if it's something that we may end up buying. It's like sometimes you just want to be able to do it on your time and not kind of be coerced or feel like we're being coerced because there's an ad in the middle of us watching this great play that took place. I just want to enjoy the great play.
Nah, yeah, you're right. You can't overdo it. And yeah, I totally agree. That's something that would drive you nuts. It's like every time there's something that happens, a score, I don't want to see an advertisement. So yeah, you're right.
Okay, Mr. E-commerce. So what's the biggest lesson that small businesses can take away from what Amazon is doing with streaming to the NFL? What's a small business lesson that people can walk away with?
Content. This is the age of content. It's not enough to just put ads out there. I really think we have got to start looking at our small businesses as a content producing machine. And the more content we produce, the more engagement we will get, the more sales we will get, and the more customer affinity we will have for our brands. So I think we need to start thinking about, putting together some decent content. And I'm not talking about, doing sports games or anything like that, but I think that the mode now needs to be more of creating some good content that's engaging versus just making out blog posts every week, and figure that out, how it's going to work, how you're going to use, sites like this, Facebook Live, YouTube Live, and things like that to really get some three-dimensional engagement now. And I'll talk about some 3D stuff later. Not 3D, but you ever played 3D chess?
No, I'm a checkers guy, but
Okay. Well, they had 3D checkers too, but it was like, you have the three levels and you're playing three boards, but also the boards are able to move up and down. It's 3D. And I really think for us in small business, we are in a 3D world now. We're moving in not two dimensions anymore. It's a third dimension. And we got to think about how we move, not just linearly, but I don't know, horizontally. I don't know what the hell, but there's other levels that we got to think about.
Well, we'll take some time to think about that for our next watching Amazon's show. Is that okay?
Maybe you'll figure me out by then.
I don't know about all that. But anyway, any parting shots?
Oh man, no, you got enough shots in on me right there, so I'm cool for now.
Let me just say one. I haven't done this in a while, so on behalf of the cold one, the bold one, John Colderice Lawson, I'm Brent Leary. We're watching Amazon. We'll catch you next time.
Peace.